I think up in the part of question of what work well you think about shapes, how features colors, and if you have questions a bit good or bad, or even starting questions down a red flag or a green few questions. It's quite a long discussion. I'm gonna try to break it down. But go on from there. Point about me on LinkedIn or Twitter. Check. Still feeling. Anyway, jobs and we'll go back. Mostly you heard about job scan comes from old people. They used to get an email or they got some kind of message. They applied to minutes to get a job, looking for a part-time job or full-time job. So right here, and somebody would you to the site, click on it, all this malware, all this machine appear and link. But now there's so much more technology. Pick up job scan. Basically, now job somebody behind the desk doing something to ruin your career. People want your private data. They want your private information. They want your money too, but your private data is more valuable to them in this day than the $200 or $300 or $400 they ask because you were victims. And basically, they're masqueraders. They try to be angel of light, so to speak. They try to come as close to the thing as they possibly. So you have these scammers who can now make real websites to make it look like say they website. Except with the few, it won't be. But if bad thing, somebody a job scam throughout all the people on and all of you have saying they gave me your extensions for the email, right? So what happened after a few weeks? Guess what happened? They were able to get to their server at Purdue University and send them scam jobs. Now, it's hard to say whether the student fell for it or not, but for everybody else, that was a shot in the dark to say that it could happen to your student. Some things I want you to keep in mind. It can happen to you when you're tech savvy. It can happen to you when you're a Jew. It can happen to you. You work at it. Just a couple of weeks ago, there was a guy that was an employee of a big company was talking to some co-worker over in the UK. They really weren't his co-workers. And what happened was they asked for information from their supposed co-worker, gave it to them. They were able to steal $25 million. All because that video looked like them. Or you find out you don't know what fake AI is or artificial intelligence. I don't go on. But basically, it makes them look like the real thing. And these are happening with job scams all over. There's a survey or some kind of tracking that was done through HR Dime. And they ran the state and had the most job scams. Illinois. I'm not saying it's scary and all that. I'm saying this so that you'll be much more aware of how these things come about. When they come in forms of big false promises of giving you a remote job, you can make $80,000 a year for doing very little, which is probably most below your skill. as it is. Can you imagine getting $8,000? That's how it is. And they'll use real names of people who are actually on staff at the, and they might be a recruiter on hire, go on LinkedIn and check. Now, LinkedIn, fortunately, is built in application where you were able to connect with that person after you really that job. But having said that, if you feel like this is for feel free to send messages to FT trade. They're happy to. And I would think if in Illinois, our attorney general, he'll be happy. Illinois has acted against scammers. It was one of the first ones in the whole country to start to have the law that start to regulate scammers who calling on the phone. You should be aware. And it's going to come, you're going to come right on everybody has, whether they have, especially going voluntary, but they can come and take the extra steps to verify, make sure they can, hey, wherever they want to, you have the technology, wherever they want. Car, which often drive. There's drivers out there who are drivers. Be careful. Both ways. That's what it is. It's 3 or 4. The chances are like will reach out to people. Your information. We would need to do more. Wait, don't look in next one. Going forward with the other way. Yeah, the other way was we got your information. Now we need you for pardon. First of all, companies that had money worked out larger partners, but ultimately they did have what's very smart. Understand that again, these scammers, they want to come and post the real thing as possible. Don't forget, devil only had to change one word, but Adam. What I mean at the Pope. No. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't. But my point being is that very subtle and different can make a difference between your financial and your well-being.
Never pay to get a job. Never pay for an application fee. Never pay a recruiter. There are some scams out there where recruiters might blast your resume out to a bunch of companies. Don't resume blast. I have job open, right? I have jobs open. But then the one in charge receive this. That is out. You tell my clients, there are many legit jobs where the employer will find your profile on, or they'll find your resume on it. And that shit, that's what I've got a lot of clients. And I'll be able to invest. I always do on LinkedIn to buy a recruiter. 50% of them are real, 50% marketers. You want to take their profile picture and Google image picture. That picture comes where it's been posted 100,000 times or whatever. Then you know, and just block that person. But otherwise, a real person, and you put that image. The LinkedIn profile will be one. or Facebook or a company that has their points on it. That's a really good way to determine whether it's a person. I've caught a lot.
And it's not hard. It's just if they interested sailors are great expert marketing. They'll look just by saying and doing cheap.
They're praising job seekers.
There's a job.
Preying on people who are looking for a job.
And that's the thing, too. Getting a job search now will save you all of that trouble later on. There's a lot of people who are dead go, it's time to get out and I need to. You get caught up that way, you go down a road that's very hard. Kansas State. We'll call a number. This was that's how they knows they now I have my own personal not going because I've gotten them before we went to the Great Wall. I like it and do a lot of let's certainly when we're put up a land fence around it. But as your report block, you should have report. You're right, report. But I'm always important point on this. It's real. This our justice. Fury, that word. You know, reach out to someone right there. Someone there rules to escape. But people are rare to a bunch of people who are not born law, who never or not even of course they're going to if you're down, then we'll bring about a witness. It happens down to preservation. Start ask a lot of questions and start betting like crazy.
Last week, I believe it was, there was an article in the Washington Post, and the headline was, "Get over yourself. You are not too smart." That's yes, but because they are working overtime. I'm trying to find out. Sorry.